Hi there, this is Dr. Theo Tsausidis, co-founder of Compendium Network, here to share some more insights about emotions and emotion regulation. When we think about emotions that we want to feel, positive emotions make it to the top of the list. Joy, pride, excitement, hope, fulfillment. And yes, these emotions can absolutely boost well-being. They help us connect with other people, they fuel our creativity, they keep us motivated, they help us build resilience. If we had to choose between feeling good and feeling bad, we would definitely choose feeling good 99% of the time. But there's a caveat. Positive emotions aren't always helpful, especially when they're out of sync with reality. Take this for example. Imagine a client who's facing a serious medical diagnosis, but insists that they're not worried at all or just staying positive. On the surface, that sounds great, but as you dig deeper, you notice that they may be avoiding critical conversations about treatment options. They may be skipping appointments and brushing off their fears. In this case, positive emotion is being used to avoid necessary action and emotional processing. Or think about someone who's in a toxic relationship and keep telling themselves, "It will work out, I just need to stay optimistic." This mindset, while it may seem helpful, it may actually prevent them from setting boundaries or making healthy changes in their relationship. Positive emotions can become traps, especially when we treat them as the sole guide for our decisions or behavior. If we only pursued activities that felt good or uplifting, or we only did things when we felt in a good mood, we might find ourselves procrastinating on the hard stuff, like writing reports for work, making medical appointments, or resolving conflicts with friends. Instead, we would do what feels good, spending hours scrolling on social media, watching Netflix, and diving into our hobbies. Imagine the graduate student who keeps putting off their thesis because it feels overwhelming. If they only acted when they felt inspired or relaxed, if they only worked on their thesis when they're in a good mood, the work might never get done. Learning to tolerate and regulate a full range of emotions instead of just chasing the pleasant ones is key to growth and well-being. This is especially important for our clients. Some clients may judge themselves for not feeling more positively, or they believe they're doing something wrong if the positive feelings don't last. They may feel pressured to stay positive, which can make them ignore or invalidate their negative emotions and even avoid the situations that bring them up. This is sometimes referred to as toxic positivity, the idea that we should only focus on the bright side, even when we're struggling and we need empathy about how we feel and not a pep talk about how we should feel. This is where emotion regulation comes in. Emotion regulation is not about chasing feel-good emotions at all costs. Emotion regulation is what helps us face those unpleasant emotions and take action anyway. It is the ability to acknowledge discomfort without letting it steer the wheel. It's about being able to notice and name what we are feeling, assess whether it fits the situation, and choose how to respond. Sometimes that means making room for hard emotions instead of covering them up with a smile. Recognizing the limitations of positive emotions doesn't mean we should avoid them. It means we should approach them with wisdom and balance. This balance allows us to face challenges with both hope and realism, and thus foster growth rather than denial. Positive emotions are powerful, but they're not the universal solution. They have their place, and they shine brightest when we can acknowledge the full spectrum of our emotional experience. Besides, without negative emotions, how would we recognize and appreciate the positive ones? If you found this helpful and would like to dive deeper into how to support your clients with real-world emotion regulation strategies, check out our course on emotion regulation. It is designed for healthcare providers. It is packed with evidence-based tools that you can start using right away. You will find the link in the description below. Would love to have you join us.